welcome to class 10th SST. Children, myself as JP. Today I am going to deal with Democratic Politics 2nd class 10th standard CBSE board. Children, in this topic I will discuss what is federalism, and being a chapter 2 we are going to discuss about totally what is federalism. Before that, let us recall the first chapter. In first chapter we had seen some differences between Belgium and Sri Lanka, children, and you had seen their accommodation, and finally you found a key change in Belgium constitution. In Belgium constitution, earlier whole power was given to central government, but due to this key change, this whole power of central government that was also given to state or provincial government, and they were also became quite powerful, and they used their power for the development of their provinces. Children, here these in Belgium the central government now it cannot order directly. Now here, due to this key change, Belgium it is directly shifted from unitary form to federal form, and finally the whatever conflicts were there they were concentrated between central and provincial governments, and along with this Belgium had a better system. Children, now we are coming to our topic. What is federalism? Federalism means the country which is federal, the system of federal system, that is you can say federalism, or in other words a system of government in which the power is divided between central authority and various constituent units. Central authority means central government, or you can say national government, and the constituent units are provincial units, states or provinces, what in which part they are divided, that is constituent units. So the definition of federalism came again, that is a system of government in which the power is divided between central authority and its constituent units. So this is very important definition that is generally asked. Children, now we will discuss central and state or province. What is central unit? Central unit means the government for whole nation, and it is central one, and it cannot order to state. In federalism, no central government of any country can order its state, and state or province are not answerable to central government. In this manner, we can say that central government and state governments, they enjoyed, you can say, liberal powers. They were not answerable to each other, and central government cannot order on state government. In this manner, federal system runs. Children, let us discuss the features of federalism. First is two or more levels of government. In federal system, there are two or more types of levels. For example, central government, state government, and it can be local government, just as in India, three-tier system. So the very first feature of federalism is there should be two or more levels of government. Okay. Then second feature is each level has its own jurisdiction. Each level, whether it is you can say central level or state level or local level, they have their own jurisdiction, means they have their own field. For example, in India, for central government, for national level, the jurisdiction is Supreme Court, and for state levels or province level, the jurisdiction is High Court, and for local level, the jurisdiction is Session Court, that is situated in districts. In this manner, we can say that each level has its own jurisdiction. Fine. Second and third one, existence and authority are guaranteed. Means existence of each level, whether it is central, state or local, its existence is guaranteed by constitution. Without any reason, it could not be dismissed or dissolved. So, and fourth one is fundamental provisions of the constitution cannot be changed by any one level. It requires consent of both. That is the fundamental provisions. What are our fundamental rights? Right to work, right to live, equality before law, many types of right to freedom. We have got many fundamental rights. It cannot be changed by either central government or state government or local government alone. It needs consent. सबकी रजामंदी होनी चाहिए. Means there should be a proper, you can say, discussion, consultation, and when the same results come, then changes could be made through constitutional amendments. Only central powers, only court has power to interpret constitution. Means if there is any need to change the columns or any draft or any clause of constitution, then only court has the power, not anyone else. Along with this, source of revenue of each level is specified clearly. Means there is a source of revenue for state government, central government and local government. It is totally specified. Nobody will interfere in the revenue system with each other. And last one is, it has dual objective. हमारा जो फेडरलिज्म है उसका डुअल ऑब्जेक्टिव है, ये दोनों काम करता है. वो है टू सेफ गार्ड एंड प्रमोट यूनिटी. मीन्स ये हमारी कंट्री का सेफ गार्ड करता है, कंट्री की सुरक्षा करता है और देश में यूनिटी एंड इंटीग्रिटी मेंटेन करता है. मीन्स कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन हैज़ dual nature, and second nature is it accommodate regional diversity. Children, there are many types of states in our country based on their languages, their you can say culture, their you can say lifestyle. So what happens, the means federal system, it accommodate regional diversity, means it makes united, it has special provisions for everyone there so that they should not conflict with each other by means of secularism, by means of different others welfare programs. It accommodate every type of regional diversity. So on behalf of this, we can say that federalism is a unique thing for democracy. It is said that federalism is soul of democracy. So along with this, we can say that the countries which have federal system, they are they have very less problems and they are enjoying their rights and they are performing their duties in proper way. Children, let us try to discuss how this federation made, how the country is made and how federal system is cultivated there. Means by means of federation, federalism run in a country and a country enjoy the federal system. Children, to understand federations, we have got two types of federation. One of them is coming together federation and another one is holding together federation. Let us discuss one by one. Coming together federation. Children, here states come together on their own to form bigger units. Means smaller states by itself for their sovereignty, for their benefit, they comes together own so that they become a stronger one and union of states, and they defend themselves from intruders. That's why they unite themselves at its own. Such type of federation is known as coming together federation, because they came towards each other and made a united nation. And such type of countries are USA, Switzerland and Australia. USA, Switzerland and Australia enjoy coming together federation. Okay. Now second type of federation is holding together federation. Means a large country divides its power between its states, and in this manner unitedly they share their power in better way. Children, and along with this, these states and means they cooperate central governments, and both run smoothly. In this manner, such some countries are India, Spain and Belgium. All these countries, they enjoy holding together federation. Thank you very much for watching this video clip.